Hello everyone, welcome to Educational Nexus Point. Today we are here to discuss about KSET Paper 1 complete syllabus, structure, weightage and study plan. So paper 1 is a compulsory paper which objective type questions. We have 50 questions and we have 10 different topics which need to be completed in 60 minutes. The 10 different units are teaching aptitude, research aptitude, comprehension, communication, mathematical reasoning and aptitude, logical reasoning, data interpretation, information and communication technology, people development and environment, and last but not the least, higher education system. Now let's discuss about each unit in brief. Teaching aptitude is a unit in which we deal about the concepts, objectives and levels of teaching. Along with that, we have characteristics and basic requirements for teaching, learners' characteristics of adolescent and adult learners, and the differences between the individuals, factors affecting teaching related to teacher, learner, and support materials, instructional facilities, and learning environment, and the institutions for this. So here we mainly deal about the nature and aim of the study and learner psychologists. We have different psychological methods for the learners. So we are going to deal about with these learner psychologists, and we have different methods of teaching. So we deal with the methods of teaching in this. We have classroom management. The classroom is managed in such a way that the students should be gaining the knowledge. And we have evaluation and tests and innovative practices in this particular unit. Next unit is research aptitude. What is research aptitude? You may be like listening to this very new if you are from science background, or if you are from commerce background, you might be having this research aptitude already. So this unit deals with the meaning, type and characteristics of research. And we have the most important topic, that is positivism and post-positivistic approach. Then we have methods of research, steps of research, the way how we should write the theses and articles, the application of research, and the research ethics which needs to be followed by the person who is doing the research. So we go step by step in this. First we'll deal with the formulation of the research, like what is the problem of research. Then we have to do the hypothesis. Then we have to go each step line by line. So next comes design and sampling. So we have different designs for research and different methods of sampling. So we'll deal with this. And third comes data collection. How do we collect data? Which type of data is relevant for which type of design method which you have chosen? And next step is the one which comes like writing, the which method of writing for which subject you have to follow. And we have different ICT tools which is appropriate for the research methods. We go in depth with formulation, design, sampling and data collection. Next comes the comprehension, English comprehension. We usually get a passage kind of thing here, and 5 questions will be asked from the passage. So if you are well versed in English comprehension, be able to do this. This session mainly assesses the reading comprehension ability, how a person who is writing the exam can manage and will be able to summarize and have the verbal precision in the academic context. You will encounter a passage based on a few questions. It may for the main idea, or it may be parajumbles, or like some sentence completion and synonyms or antonyms which you have to write. Effective academic communication should be there for the students who write this exams, because you are all of level lecturer level. So it is very much essential to have a very good academic communication and a clear writing and precise expression. And it is also essential for very much essential for the field which you are in, that is teaching and publishing. So next unit comes logical reasoning. Logical reasoning is the reasoning and ability to test the problem solving, argument evaluation, and basic quantitative reasoning needed for the academic decision making. The topics include deductive inductive reasoning, syllogism, analogies, series and sequence problem, data and sufficiency problem. These skills support evaluating evidence in teaching and research. We also deal with classical square of opposition, evaluating and distinguishing inductive and deductive reasoning, analogies, Venn diagram. Main part of the logical reasoning is Indian logic. We deal with the means of knowledge acquired in Indian logic. It is of it may be pramanas and other things here. Structure and kind of anumana, vyapti, hetvabhasa, all those things come under Indian logic system. Then next comes communication. Next unit is communication. In communication, we study about meaning, types, and characteristics of communication, effective communication, in that verbal, non-verbal, intercultural and group communication, classroom communication, barriers of effective communication, mass media, and society. All these we study here in communication. Next comes information and communication technology, that is ICT. We have only 4 lines mentioned in the syllabus, which looks very easy, but we have to study from scratch to the updated world till now. We have general abbreviations and terminologies of ICT, basics of internet, intranet, email, audio and video conferencing, digital initiatives in higher education, ICT and governance, as only mentioned in the syllabus. But we have to study from the rise of the computer till the updated version of today, that is artificial intelligence, AI. So this is looking easy, but where it has a very vast syllabus. Then comes people development and environment, the huge unit in the paper 1. We here deal with development of environment, the sustainable goals like MDGs and SDGs, human and environment interactions. In this, here we deal with anthropogenic and their impacts on the environment, environmental issues like local, regional and global issues with air pollution, water pollution, noise, soil, um, and along with this we deal about the waste management. How do we deal with solid waste, liquid, hazardous waste, electronic waste, biomedical waste, all these things. Also deal with the climate changes and the socio-economic and political dimensions, what impacts is happening on our human health due to the pollutants, natural and energy resources. We also deal with natural hazards and disaster management also. And also the most important part in people development environment is Environmental Protection Act. Under this we study about all the international agreements, protocols, summits, conventions, alliances, everything. Next unit is higher education system. Here we deal with the institutions of higher learning and education system in ancient India, oriental, conventional and non-conventional learning programs in India, what is the education system in India, pre-independence and post-independence, professional, technical and skill-based education, value education and environmental education, policies, governance and administration. Till now, we have discussed about all the theoretical units, though we have a minute part of practical in what is that, logical reasoning and research aptitude. The major practical unit is that mathematical reasoning and aptitude. So, in mathematical reasoning and aptitude, we deal with the 100% practical things. In reasoning, we see types of reasoning, number series, letter series, codes, and relationships. Coming to mathematical aptitude, we have fractions, time and distance, ratio proportion, percentage, profit and loss, simple interest and compound interest, discounts, average, and much more actually are asked. Then another unit which is very much related to mathematical reasoning and aptitude is that data integration. Whatever we learn here is also applied, and we solve the problems in data integration. A scenario will be given in data integration. Based on that scenario, we will be asked around 5 questions, and we have to use the mathematical aptitude and we have to solve those 5 questions. So this completes all the 10 units of paper 1 for KSET. We will be having classes in YouTube. We'll have 2 classes per week for paper 1. We'll start 2 different units and we will be dealing with those. And we also have our paid batch. Just comment below if you have to join our paid batch. If you want to join our journey for the KSET 2026, subscribe our channel, like and share our videos. Thanks for watching.